Hello guys, my name is Colin and this is Colin Talks Crypto. When is the next bull run going to peak? When is Bitcoin going to hit its next all-time high? Some people think it'll be at the end of this year. Some people think it'll be at the end of 2021. Some people think it'll be 2023. Let's take a look. All right, so we're going to do a comparison of the previous bull run and overlay our position of where we think we are today on top of that bull run to extrapolate where we might be going and how long it might take us to get there. I want to make a few notes at the onset of this video. First of all, and most importantly, this is not financial advice. This model is using proportions to look at what has happened and overlay it with where we are now to look at the potentialities of where we can go. As such, this is a model using math. It is not my personal prediction. A lot of people think that I'm making this prediction. I'm merely using math to take a look at what has happened and to look at possibilities of what may unfold. All right, so here we have the chart of the Bitcoin price as of today, June 4th, 2020. The price is hovering around $9,800. The market has attempted to break through the price of 10,000 on several occasions here, and it hasn't quite popped that barrier. I do feel that we are getting close to the point where we will actually break through this 10,000 very shortly. And some time has gone by from this March crash where I wasn't really sure what was going on with the market, and I don't think a lot of people were. But as you can see, the market has rebounded, it has corrected, and I feel that we're basically back on track from where we would have been had we not experienced this March overall economic crash. So with that being said, today, Bitcoin price is $9,800. Let's take a look at where this might go. All right, so first of all, the green circle indicates where we are now. The orange circle indicates where we were at the last bull run peak of just under $20,000. I believe it was like $19,950. So that's the number we're going to use for our calculations. And if you do the math, $9,800, today's price of Bitcoin is 49% of the previous all-time high Bitcoin price of $19,950, which is this orange circle. So we're just about halfway there. Now we're going to go back into the previous bull run. This is a chart from 2013 to 2017. And so what I've done here is I have taken where I believe we are in the current bull run if it were drawn on the last bull run cycle. And I base that on the price because again, we're 49% of the way to the all-time high. So right here, about $550 is just about 49% of the way to the previous all-time high price right here in this orange circle, which is about $1,150. So having spotted where we would be on the previous price cycle, we know that if we count these vertical lines, we are 30 months from the last bull run peak. So from this orange circle to this green dot of where we would have been, it's been 30 months in time. Now, we also know that the last price cycle took a total of 48 months to get all the way from peak to peak. And this chart here shows you the full 48 months, which was 4 years almost exactly from the peak of the bull run in 2013 to the peak of the bull run in 2017, indicated by these two blue vertical lines. You see here, 2013 peak and 2017 peak. And again, if we were to draw on this chart where we think we are based on today's price in comparison with the previous all-time high, which is about 49% of that price, it'll be right here at this green circle, which is 30 months away from that orange dot. So if we were to predict how much further we have to go to get to the next bull run peak, all we have to do is subtract from the 48 months how many months we've already traversed, which is 30. That leaves 18 months. And right here, from today, the green circle, to the next blue bull run peak, it will be approximately 18 more months. And that is what this model is showing us. That is what this comparison of proportions is showing us. So if we look at today, it is June 4th, 2020. Where would 18 months put us from now? Well, 1 year would be June of 2021. Add 6 more months for that 18 months, and we get December 2021. So now let's go back to our current graph, because remember, we're looking on the last bull run right here. Our current graph, zoomed out, looks like this. And again, we are at this green point. So what might happen to the price from this point forward? And I've drawn a green shaded area to indicate where I kind of feel it will mirror the previous bull run high. Again, this is the bull run from 2013 to 2017. This is the current chart. And if everything plays out like it did before, again, that's a big if, we will be on track for this green area right here, bringing us up to what I predicted previously, about $210,000. I would say easily over 100,000. There's like no doubt in my mind it's going to be over 100,000. That to me is like a joke of a figure. I just say that to be conservative. There's no way you can be wrong with that figure in my mind. But I think that it's actually going to be more like in the range of $200,000 to $300,000. I didn't redo all the math in this video because the last video I did, which was called the 211,000 Bitcoin price, the math still holds true. There's nothing that's changed about the math because the proportions haven't changed bull run to bull run. So with that being said, the Bitcoin price that we should expect to see around December of 2021 is $211,000. And again, just to give a ballpark figure, I would say anywhere from $200,000 to $300,000 is a very, very probable outcome for the Bitcoin price during the next 18 months by December of 2021. And in this last video, the model had predicted a January of 2021. So about 12 months difference. And that could have been due to several black swan events in our economy right now. From December or January all the way till today, we've had the coronavirus economic lockdown. Then in March, we had this crash of the stock market. And so there's a lot of black swan events that have been playing into this that we hadn't had in the previous bull run. So it's possible that that is what extended this prediction. Either way, the more data we have, the better prediction we can make. And this is what we're looking at right now, 18 months until the next bull run peak, December 2021, and a price of approximately $200,000 to $300,000 per Bitcoin. Now, I want to end off with some notes that I wrote down here for you guys. The unpredictable economy may affect this model considerably, both to the downside in the short term due to panic, and to the upside in the long term due to the devaluation of fiat through inflation. At some point, the value of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are going to have to see an increase in value, if only on the basis that the fiat they represent is going to become increasingly worthless once the newly printed money has finally hit the economy. This can take a little while to happen. And this is only taking into account the factor of fiat devaluation. This is not even taking into account the increasing global adoption of cryptocurrencies, which will additionally increase their value. So really, there are two positive forces working on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies simultaneously. In this light, I see it as a very high probability of vastly higher prices. Again, this is not financial advice. It is also possible that a black swan event could delay such events, but I see this as only being a delay and not a conclusive stop, much in the same way that BitTorrent cannot be stopped. Only on-ramps and off-ramps and government restrictions or bans can delay Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So while they can add delays to its adoption, they cannot ultimately stop it. Lastly, there is one additional factor that could stop Bitcoin from reaching its true price potential during this upcoming bull run, and that is scaling. As it stands, Bitcoin can handle about 4 transactions per second with no scaling plans that will be ready and widely adopted before the bull run finishes. It is possible that Bitcoin scaling will end up happening on Ethereum or EOS or another blockchain, for example, as a layer 2 solution. But Bitcoin itself is congested even today. As such, it is highly probable that Bitcoin will push away adoption and new users due to increasing unusability of its blockchain, especially as exponentially larger numbers of new users attempt to onboard. Just like in 2017, it is likely that once fees and confirmation times on the Bitcoin network get too high, users will jump ship to alternative cryptocurrencies that can scale more readily. And I've been sure to say that in every one of my models because that is a very, very important factor that I think a lot of people aren't factoring in. Fees and wait times of 2 weeks, for example, can and will push users off onto other blockchains. So aside from that, if Bitcoin miraculously gets its scaling underway and it's solved and there's no hindrance to new adoption, then we are going to see $200,000 to $300,000 Bitcoin by December of 2021. And if you want to understand the math better on how I came to the price of $211,000 for the next upcoming bull run, please watch the last video I did. I'll put a little card link up above right now so you can click on it to watch that, or click on the link in the description below. Thank you very much for following me, guys. Please share this video. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell icon. And it's great to have you with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're just getting started for the big rocket ride up. Have a great day.